there should be a green light in the camera. Is it on? Then press the...
And we've just kicked off in this Division 3 Premier League game between the Peninsula GW Rentals, our local team, and Gorge FC. And we've just kicked off, and I'll give you the Peninsula team in a moment. Out to Saffron in the right ring. Robbie Fisher trying to get in there. And Peninsula went straight onto the attack. And this Gorge team's a very strong looking side. Left wing. Shaw Hayes with it. Puts her up Lazarus Safranek. Nice bit of footwork there by the Gorge. And Jason White with a lofty clearance there. Gary Henry with a good tackle. Back to Wesley Nelson. And into touch. While we're waiting for the ball coming back, I'll give you the Peninsula team. Number 7, Ian Banfield. Number 8, Warren Brander. Number 6, Robbie Fisher. Number 12, Martin Hall. Number 14, Shaw Hayes. Number 3, Gary Henry. Number 1, Chris Martin. Number 15, Wesley Nelson. 16, Laszlo Safranek. 5, Darryl Simon. 1 in goal, Scott Warren. And number 13, Jason White. Ian Banfield up the left wing. Gets his cross in, but goes astray a little. And Warren Bander with a tackle. And he gets a throw. Robbie Fisher. Robbie still has it. A little chance here for Peninsula. One boot to all they want. Again, Fisher. Gary Henry with lots of time. Up to Ian Banfield, nice ball. And again Ian goes straight in. Some nice stuff by the Peninsula. The Gorge is quite an opposing looking side. Some pretty tall lads on there. When you think these boys are all 14. And again into touch for a Peninsula ball. Peninsula have 3 still on the injured list. Jerry Cross is still out with his torn tendon. Ryan Donald's out from last week with a bad knee. And Roy Mace, of course, you saw that last week, got hurt and got a badly bruised foot, so he can't play either. So. A nice header by Jason White there. And on the far side of the field, it's a throw into the Peninsula. And Peninsula got a free kick about it, which Safranek will take. Peninsula, of course, still looking for a win. That's a nice cross, just a shade too high for Ian Banfield. So we never know, perhaps today's the day. Against a very strong Gorge team, it would be a very, very good achievement. Fisher, Bamfield manages to get his foot to it, but only to put it into touch. Throw in for the Gorge. And it's out again. Peninsula's had to play up to now in this first 5 minutes. Out for a goal kick. Not a bad kick at all. Good kick, in fact. Back to there. And Scott Warren gets a touch of the ball. Pass back from Wesley Nelson. James with it on the far side. Keeping with it. Not a bad ball either. And there's a chance here for Peninsula. And they've scored, and they deserve that goal. A good cross from Terry James. And scored, I think, by Warren Brander. And that's a good start for Peninsula. And probably shocked the Gorge a little bit. You can just hear the coach shouting, "Have you woken up yet?" And, that was a good, well-worked goal. So it's Gorge to kick off. Again, James up to Safranak. And Safranak gets the throw. Up Peninsula. Another good ball through, and that can Safranak get it across. Taken well out by the goalkeeper, well taken out there. And Peninsula is looking really very good up to now this game. Bit of an awkward bouncing ball there. And into touch. Right across the field. I think it'll go out. No, it's kept in by Gorge. Bit of determination there. Good cross. And out into touch. So Warren should have perhaps called for that. Which is what Coach Cross has just been shouting. And again into touch for Gorge, throw in. Couldn't get his shot in. He still can't get his shot in. And Scott Warren doesn't get hold of that cleanly, but nevertheless stops it. And some good work by Warren Brander for Ian Bamfield, but he couldn't get there in time. Again, Brander with it. And again, Ian Bamfield couldn't get his pass across. Clearance by Wesley Nelson. Again, it's rather slippy. I think that ball badly bounced there for Gorge. Out to Safranak on the right wing. Good pass. And he comes away with a throw-in. And back to Safranak, couldn't get a cross in. But again comes away with the throw-in. Gorge working down the left. Jason White cuts it out.
Push him out, White! Come on out! Back ball!
Gorge with it. trying to work down that left wing, but Jason White again puts it in the touch. The ball's gone over the fence, so we'll have a little wait. That's a high fence over on the far side. So the score 1-0 at Peninsula, and that's the first game that they have been on the scorebooks first. A nice cross by Terry James and booted home by Warren Brander. And the ball's coming back now. Some kind gentleman in his house over there. Now James with the throw in. And it comes through, and Robbie Fisher get into it. Chris Martin trying. Safranak gets a boot in. Nice ball out to the left by Gorge. And across, but Warren will get it. Warren and Brander again doing yeoman work, and a good through pass if Banfield can get to it. And he tries. And that was bad luck for Ian Banfield. He made a really good effort at that, and it nearly came off for him. A lot of panic in the Gorge defence there. A lovely ball through for Ian Banfield. And this Peninsula team this week's coming out with some good football. Although last week, although they got beaten, they played well and some entertaining soccer on both sides. Good cross. Just needs a head. Couldn't quite get in. Couldn't get into it. Gorge in full swing, but Wes Nelson takes it off his toe. And well booted away, and a nice flick on to Safranak with a good chance here. And not a bad effort either. Goalkeeper fumbles it. Robbie Fisher's got a chance to get it across. And a good save by the goalkeeper, but it's in, and it's 2-0 to the Peninsula. Another well-worked goal and deserved. I don't often get too excited on this, Mike, but those two goals were well deserved from Peninsula. And I'm certain to shock this Gorge side, who's I think's at the top of the Premier League. And the thing is, can Peninsula keep this up? When we're talking about confidence last week, well, those two goals must have given the boys some confidence. Good ball out to the right. And across, and a nice shot. Oh, and he's missed it. Just needed a touch in, but it goes past the post. Bit of a let off for Peninsula there.
Don't let that guy get wide on you.
And Jason White with a kick. Out into touch.
Face it. Want it back again, Paul. The ball's gotta come back. To him, Lauren.
Trying to get a pass in, but there's no one open really. And James did well to stop that. Getting knocked over in the process, but he got in the road of it. Goes through the goalkeeper. And again Warren Brander, but puts it out in the touch, but throw into Gorge. James cuts that one out well, and he's got the speed, and it's just a little bit far, but again Robbie Fisher's not too far behind it. A good run, and a flick on, it back to the keeper. And Warren comes out of his net there. And over his head, again, this bouncing ball's causing a lot of problems in judgment. And again in the touch, Peninsula throw, which Wesley Nelson, who's recovered from measles now, is took it, but it never went into play, so he'll take it again. And it comes back to him, and he gets it. Well tackled by Nelson. And in a touch by Brander. Throw into Gorge. And it's a Peninsula throw. The pitch is really quite slippy with that rain we've had today, and up to now Peninsula's handling it a little better than the Gorge. Good passing movement from Gorge. Perhaps a little bit too far for the left winger, and Jason White manages to put it back to Scott Warren in goal. Not a good kick by Scott, there was no one there. And Wesley Nelson comes away with it, up to Warren Brander. Warren still has it. Puts it upfield to Ian Bamfield. And he keeps it, but keeps it in play, and Robbie Fisher's away again. But lost the ball in the process. Tackled again by Warren Brander. And Gary Henry nips in. Puts it back to Terry James, back to Gary Henry, and into touch. Chance for Gorge here if he can get a shot, but Terry James puts it back to Scott Warren in goal. Out to Gary Henry, keeps it in to Brander, to Robbie Fisher, to Brander. Couldn't keep hold of it. And the Peninsula certainly fighting like little terriers for this ball today. Trying not to give the Gorge a chance to get settled. James comes away with it. Takes it right up the field himself. Right up the field, and he could have a shot from here, and he does, and it's not a bad one, and goalkeeper takes it well. And James comes in, takes it off his foot, comes back well there, and he again comes up the field. Good pass through to Safranak on the right. Safranak doesn't get a good cross in there, but most effective passing by Peninsula. And back to Gary Henry, who had lots of time. He had time to spare there, but puts it in the touch. And a throw into Gorge. And that's just too far and goes through to Scott Warren. Our cross made two substitutions there. Shao Hayes came off and Warren Brander came off. And well wide. And Martin Hall came on. And I didn't see the other one, I'll get it in a minute. I believe it was Darryl Simon that came on. Jason White with another odd kick. Get hold of it. Ian Bamfield tries. And again, back to Gary Henry at the back. Puts it back to the goalkeeper. Scott Warren came out well. Puts it out to Nelson. To to Martin Hall, couldn't get hold of it. Nelson has it again. Good header from the Gorge. Jason White gets a boot in, Nelson gets another boot in, and again wide by the Gorge, and it'll be a goal kick. Still chasing, and it's outside for another goal kick. And it's in a touch. Quickly taken by the Gorge. Gets a nice cross, but just too strong. And way across to the far side. Left wing trying to get it in. And it's saved by Scott Warren right in the corner. Good shot and a good save. Out for a corner. This is the first corner for Gorge of the game. It's a good one. That was a good corner and a good headed goal. So that's 2-1. Well taken goal. Good header. No one near him. He was standing on his own and just nodded it in. Perhaps a little bit of bad coverage there by Peninsula. 2-1. Peninsula kick off. Tried to find Safranak, but wasn't a good pass. That one was. And it's just out into touch the far side. Nelson in the right place there. Robbie Fisher missed it. And I think that should go back to the goalkeeper. Warren with the kick out. Well headed back by Gorge straight away. And again, Jason White with a long ball up the right wing. And Safranak should have come away with it, but didn't. But James now takes it off and comes away with it. Again, coming with it. Trying to do something with it. Just too much. Too much to get through there. Chance for Gorge. Good shot, but cut out by Gary Henry. Martin Hall puts it back. Gets it back from Wesley Nelson. Good ball up the left for Robbie Fisher. Scooting up the left wing. Still has it. Got bundled off at the bit there. Referee let it go.
Steve, watch it coming on.
Again, James with it. Safranak puts it, and he tried a shot with his left foot. Wasn't a bad one either. Taken by the goalkeeper. Excellent game up now. End to end, fast game. And I think over the top.
Wesley, don't turn
out. Nodded on by James to Saanich, working it on the far side. Gets the throw in. No, he doesn't. Referee's changed his mind, giving it to the Gorge. And Darrell Simon puts it in the touch. James again got on the road of what would have been a good shot. Couldn't get his feet, lost his balance there. And neat footwork there by the outside right of Gorge. And Jason Whiting puts it in the touch. I think this is what you'd call a hard game. Fisher away again. Passed through, but couldn't quite beat the right back. And Gorge is on the attack now. Some determined tackling by the Peninsula, and they're trying very hard not to let the Gorge get a shot in, which isn't easy. James takes it away, far side, and boots it up to Saanich. Couldn't quite get round the left half there. And again, Peninsula come away with it. Saanich again manages to get a boot in. And it, Peninsula just that little bit faster on the ball than Gorge up to now. It's just half a yard, but it gives you that edge. Have a substitute, and Warren Brander's coming back on. And Chris Martin's going off. Of course, Chris is really a goalkeeper, but he played well when he had to. He played well last week in the field, and he again played well today. It's quite useful when you have someone who can do dual duty like that. And James with the throw in far side. Score 2-1 to Peninsula. Nice ball down the right, but just too hard, I think. There is a little bit of a wind blowing here, and just carried that one way. And Peninsula has this half are clicking against that wind, so really doing that quite well. Nelson chasing it and puts it in the touch. And a throw into Gorge. Just near the corner flag. And I don't think you're going to get away with that. No, the referee called that one back. And again, Nelson pushed it very close to the line. And again in a touch by James. And it goes out for a goal kick. It's a nice header forward. Tackled well by James. Not a good pass though, but he still comes away with it. Martin Hall tries to get it through with his left foot, not too strong. Nelson loses it, nice head forward. Good ball through to Martin Hall. And another one through to inbound field. And into touch. That was well worked there by Peninsula. From James to Hall to Banfield. Couldn't quite get around it. Right back. Throw into Peninsula. And a very nice ball. If he can get through, he has it. Got a chance here for them. And well saved by Scott Warren. There was a distinct chance there for Gorge.
Carry, that's number 5.
And a corner kick from this side of the field. A good one again. And it came off Scott Warren's hands and into the net. Couldn't get hold of it. Notwithstanding the pressure from our centre forward there, but Scott Warren should have had hold of that. 2 each. Out the hall. Fisher hasn't got the height there. James comes away with it. And a good cross again, but the goalkeeper comes out well.
It's gonna go big,
And well out into touch by Darrell Simon. That's gone into the woods. I think we'll have to wait a little time for that to come back. There's no doubt he was making sure of that. It's easy to be wise after the event, but I think Scott Warren would have been better trying to just push that over the bar. We're still waiting for the ball. And we've got the ball back. We'll throw in the Gorge. Not a good clearance there. And that's well over the top. He took a first timer. Well over the top.
Jason, right away.
Henry, back to the goalkeeper. And the referee's making him take that again. Probably didn't just quite go out the area. To Nelson, that's a dangerous ball that was, and back to the keeper. Now to Henry, who just puts it into touch, unfortunately. Martin Hall tried for it, but couldn't get there. Again, Hall with it. Back to Branda. Tried to find Ian Banfield, but couldn't. Nice movement down the right by Gorge. And he gets it across. And that's not a bad effort. Scott Warren covers it, but it bounced rather awkwardly though. Oh, a nice ball out to the left. Good cross. And well saved by Scott Warren. Oh no, it didn't, I beg your pardon. I thought Scott had put it over the bar, but it went into the back of the net via Scott's hands. That was a fairly hefty shot.
Where's the defense?
Again, so I've had our share of goals in this first half with a score 3-2 now to Gorge. After an extremely good start by Peninsula, taking the lead 2-0 with two excellent goals, the Gorge have found themselves and brought it really back to Peninsula, and it's now 3-2. And very nice cross, just too high for outside right of the Gorge to get into it. And a substitute coming on, Chris Martin and Shao Hayes coming on, and Ian Banfield and Darryl Simon coming off for a breather.
Come on, Orange, let's go. Under it now, Orange.
Waited for it well there, Warren Brander, but still couldn't quite get into it. James manages to take it off his foot to Brander. A nice ball out to Chris Martin. Through ball, didn't find anybody. Back to Gary Henry.
Hey, good ball, Gary.
To Wesley Nelson. And just flicked on there from Martin Hall if he could get to it. Can't. Just needs somebody with a bud. Lazarus Safranak tried a quick left foot shot there with the goalkeeper out of the net, but it was well wide. It was good thinking though. Goalkeeper was well out of his net. Nelson has it. A neat spinning ball. That ball was spinning badly, but went back to the goalkeeper. Good pass back. Not too hefty a tackle there by Terry James there. He, not his usual hefty tackle. Warren Brander really staying with him. And I think that'll go through the goalkeeper. No, he loses it. And Shao Hayes comes to the rescue and puts it into touch. Good play by Shao Hayes. A lot of heads going up. Again, a spinning ball beats Gorge, I think. But he recovers well. Wesley Nelson gets it, puts it up to Martin Hall, who loses it. Nice footwork. Good passing. Again to Scott Warren, takes that one well. Fisher with a nice head on. Martin Hall comes away with it. He trips. Chris Martin gets in, comes away with it, but eventually loses it. Out to the outside right, into touch, through into Peninsula. And Martin Hall ends up with it there. Get it across, puts it across to Robbie Fisher, to Safranak. And a very nice sliding tackle there by Gorge. And it must just be about half time. James comes away with it. Gets across in, and a chance there, and it's in, and it's a good goal. Good cross from James and a good effort by Robbie Fisher. That brings it to 3-all right, just about on half time. So if we were paying for this, we would certainly have had our money's worth this half. 6 goals. And I think a fair half time, 3 each. And I really don't think Gorge thought they'd have to work as hard, as I'm sure they watched results too, and they've seen Peninsula haven't had a win this season. Martin Hall cuts the pass back to the goalkeeper out, and give good tackle by Warren Brander. Chris Martin tries to get it across. James goes bustling in, and he comes away with it too. To Safranak just couldn't get in time. Jason White with it, and that's the referee blown for half time. An excellent half. As I say, I don't normally get too excited, but there was a lot of excitement in that. Yeah, it looks like one, yeah. Off with the score 3-all. I was talking to the referee at half time, Case Mandelbuck. He's really enthusiastic about this game. So it's been a great game to referee. No fouls. Good hard game. Gorge set out well. Brander with it, pushes it through for Lazarus Safranak, and of course Peninsula have the win with them this half, which should help them a little bit. Puts it back to Gary Henry. Safranak, Warren Brander, and he took a long shot, and I think that's the game with this win behind them to try a few long shots. As you can see, the Gorge goalkeeper can't get such a long kick against the wind. It shows up very much there. Brander with it, tries a left foot shot. Not a bad one either. Just past the far post. I was talking to Warren the other day, he's been practicing with his left foot. A lot of these boys tend to be one-footed, and you've got to practice with the other one. Oh, and not a good kick out there by Gorge. Come away with it though. Still come away with it, but Nelson puts it out into touch.
Go, 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 onto it.
Jason White with a very bad clearance there. Rescued by Wesley Nelson. Again by Nelson. Headed forward by James. Shaw Hayes tries to get a left foot in, doesn't. Nelson tried a first timer and missed it. Headed back by Gorge, and a long ball to the right. Cut out well by Gary Henry. Keeps it in and comes away with it. Determined play by Gary Henry. Martin keeps it through. Tries a through ball, good idea, but just foiled by the Gorge. James bustles in there, brings it down. Bringing it down still keeps it. Some good footwork. Brander still with it. Tries another shot past the other post this time. Some determined work there by Peninsula. Chris Martin, Terry James, Warren Brander. And substitute coming on. Ian Bamfield's coming on for Warren Brander's coming off for a little breather. And that's a tall centre forward who's played very well this game. So he'll be a bit of a miss to Gorge. Kick out to Gorge. Good head up. Wasn't a bad header. Gorge come away with it. So keep it. Headed away and a bit of a wild shot there by Gorge. Goal kick for the Peninsula. And that's the first time this half that Gorge have been up at the Peninsula end. And actually it shows really what a good performance Peninsula did in the first half to get 3 goals against this wind. As you can see how difficult Gorge is finding the wind to battle against. Back to the goalkeeper. Headed forward, but booted away back to Gary Henry, and not a bad ball. Robbie Fisher's chasing it. He might come away with it. Take a shot. And someone should have had a shot there. But I think there's another injury, but completely unintentionally he got hit with the ball. It sure is. That was real bad luck. What happened to the... And he seems all right. He got a nasty one in the face, I think, there. James comes away with it, puts it down the touchline, but cleared by Gorge. And I think Peninsula come away with a free kick. Quickly taken, but not a good pass. Shell Hayes coming down with it. Gets rid of it to Brander. To Safranak, a good ball down the wing. I don't think Glasgow has quite the speed for that. Staying with him. Well tackled by Terry James there. Goes through with it. Safranak miss kicks. And into touch. Very strong work there by Terry James. Brander with the throw in to Safranak. Back to Brander. Not a good cross, couldn't quite get it in. Has another chance. And it's not a bad effort, but past the post. We're talking about Warren's left foot. That's 3 left foot shots he's had. I think he'd dearly love to see one go in. And a goal kick to Gorge. A good kick this time by Gorge goalkeeper. And back to Scott Warren at the other end. And that's a much better kick with that little bit of breeze. Robbie Fisher comes through with it. And back again to the Gorge goalkeeper, end to end. And not a good kick. And well, some good footwork by Brander. And that's a very dangerous ball for Gorge here. Robbie Fisher trying to get up. Goes out to Chris Martin. And I think Peninsula's ball. I beg your pardon now, is Ian Banfield with that ball. Some nice play there by that Gorge player. James comes away with it, goes through 2 of them, brings it down, still has it. Still has it. Loses it eventually, but only to Gary Henry, who puts it out. There's a sterling battle going on between James and Gorge centre forward. Both strong lads, but very fair. And Gorge coach is on the field there. I think he must be, I think it's the boy that got hit with the ball that he's looking at. He really did get a nasty one. If I remember right, it was from his own goalkeeper's boot. I think it hit him smack on. So the score's still 3-all. Gorge throwing. Peninsula throw on the far side. Ian Banfield with it. A neat little header there by Chris Martin. A little careless there by Jason White. Darryl Simon came to the rescue. And well butted away by Gorge. Shaw Hayes hopefully in charge. Hand out into touch for a Peninsula throw. James comes away with it to Simon, puts it down the field. And a free kick, I beg your pardon, to Gorge. I think it was a little bit of a late tackle there by James. It's quite a good position for Gorge for a free kick. Not a bad effort, and he tried a first timer, didn't get away with it. Shaw Hayes with it. Brander, Hayes again, to Warren Brander again. Looking for someone to pass to, but he's just too late with that cross. Gorge manages to get the pass in there. James still chasing it, and Gary Henry clears the decks. And a chance here for Peninsula. Brander couldn't quite get that one. And a long ball through, too far to the goalkeeper. Some good head work by Gorge. Cleared by Henry. James comes away with it down the far side. Looking for someone. Brander has it. And he pushed it just too far ahead of himself there. Headed forward by Henry. James goes up, comes away with it. Out to Safranak, James. And through to the goalkeeper. Again, Peninsula have it on the left. Ian Banfield, again too far. Of course, that wind also makes it difficult to control the ball when it catches hold of it. It's not a big breeze, but it's as you can see, it's enough. James to Safranak, to Jason White coming through from the back. And into touch for Peninsula. Throw in. Wes Nelson coming back on, Martin Hall coming on. Warren Brander and Ian Banfield, I think, going off for a spell. Gorge have also made a substitution. Good throw. Here's a chance for Peninsula. And that was a handball, looked to me. Pretty close anyway. From this distance it looked like a handball, but the referee was right there, so... Good ball down the right side. If he can get it across. He does get it across. And first time effort on the volley, but wide of the post. Jason White with the kick. Good one, Safranak flicks it on. Robbie Fisher going through. Back to the goalkeeper. And there's still lots of running left in the Peninsula forward line. Robbie Fisher looking pretty strong there. Chance for Gorge if he can get a shot. But Peninsula send him well wide. Henry with it, clears it. A nice ball control there by Martin Hall. And I think that was an unintentional handball, but still a handball nevertheless. Free kick to Gorge in a very good position. Took a shot at it, and well saved by Warren. That was going right for the corner. The score still 3-3 all. Good corner kick. Didn't quite get up high enough to keep that one down. They've looked very dangerous though with the corner crosses. Gorge have looked very dangerous. They've got a couple of lads that are very good with the head. Safranak has it in a touch. Left wing, pass back. Shaw Hayes manages to put it into touch again. Chance here for Gorge, but Scott Warren does well there. Not a good kick though. And into touch for a Gorge throw. James with the clearance and headed out by Gorge. Robbie Fisher with the throw. Headed away by Gorge. James manages to get in the way of it. And back to Jason White. Another high ball, well headed away by Gorge into touch. Good long throw, flicked on by Safranak, goes through himself, and no one there for it. Nice move by Gorge. James has it, clears it to Bamfield, to Martin Hall, and a nice cross ball there. Robbie Fisher chasing hard. Cuts the option out for passing back to the goalkeeper. To Safranak. Puts it across. Nelson. Still with it. Again for Safranak with a chance. And it's not a bad effort. Straight into the goalkeeper, but it was a good effort. It was curving ball. And the Gorge were a little unlucky there. But they got it handed back to them. Coming through well, James tries, and Scott Warren takes that one well. Good shot and a good save. And a throw into Peninsula on the far side. Substitution, Brander and Bamfield coming on, and Lazarus Safranak coming off for a little rest. And Chris Martin going off on the far side. Good throw, well headed away by Gorge. Brander chasing. Long ball through, and Gary Henry comes to the rescue and puts it in a touch. Can he get his cross in? He does. Good one too. Still in play. Kicked away there. And not a bad pass. Oh, and right through. This could be very dangerous. Hits the bar. Hits the bar. Booted away. And another one over the bar. And Gorge were really trying there. It was an excellent effort. And very gallantly kicked away there by the Peninsula defence. I couldn't quite see who it was from here. But that was close. So the score's still 3-all. Out to Warren Brander. And he just misjudged the speed of that ball and into touch. And again, it's the wind that's just catching that ball, and it was never in. So Gorge got another try at it. Put it forward. Jason White with it. Miss kicks. Puts it back. Supposedly to the goalkeeper, but went for a corner ball, and Peninsula can do without that sloppiness. They're not 3 up, it's 3-all. A good corner, well headed away there by Gary Henry. Another cross, headed on. Booted away by James, chasing it. Back heels it, and into touch. No, kept it in. James still has it. Taken off him. And another first time effort, but right to Scott Warren's arms. Show his chasing. Back to Jason White. Up the field. Robbie Fisher with a chance if he can get through. Loses it. A nice head back. Well put across, and no one could get a touch of it. A good cross. Another chance again across the goal. No one could get hold of it. I don't know how long the Peninsula can hold out. Perhaps a little fortunate there. Brander back to James. And Banfield wasn't ready for that one. Kept in by Gorge. Some good work. Gary Henry puts it away. Oh, and there was a missed kick there by James. And way over the bar. That was a chance for Gorge. That was a very rare missed kick by James there. Gave Gorge a really good chance. I think he should have perhaps made a little more of it than that. He just had the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, goal kick for Peninsula. Excellent game up to now. Nelson on the far side. Nice ball, nice ball. And well cut out by Gorge, who retaliate immediately. Need footwork to Fisher. Has he got the pace? I don't think so. Back to the goalkeeper. Some neat footwork on that right hand side. Outside right. Can he get across? He can. Pushed away by Warren. Booted away by James. Wesley Nelson. Again to Nelson. Gary Henry. To Hall. And that was a pass gone astray there from Martin Hall. Brander. And I think that'll go out in a touch. Throw into the Peninsula. And Safranak coming back on. Banfield coming off. And hit the referee on the way past, and again to that dangerous outside right. Put it away, Brander. Nice play by Brander. Push forward for Safranak, and it'll be a throw-in for Peninsula. Peninsula throw. It's Warren Brander will take. And again, Brander comes away with it. Safranak has it, and it just goes in out of play. Just out. Throw in the Gorge. And it just went out. 9-minute flag was up. Shaw Hayes comes away with it. Can he keep it in? Only gets the throw in anyway. I'm having a little bit of a job seeing the game here because of the crowd on the touchline. I hope you forgive me if I missed something. Well headed by Gorge. Gets another chance at it. Brander gets another chance. And into touch for another Gorge throw. Again to touch. Hall with a good ball there for Safranak. I don't think he has the speed to get there. No, goalkeeper comes out. not a good kick. Straight into touch. Brander with a quick throw. However, Al Cross had shouted for a sub to come in just before that throw-in was taken, so the referee calls it back. Martin's coming on for Darryl Simon. Again, Brander with a throw. Neatly done by Safranak. Does well there. Still comes away with it. Way wide. Way wide. He had time. Just a bit hurried. Well headed away by Nelson. And a good boot through here. Could be very dangerous. Well cleared by Gary Henry. That was a very dangerous situation. Quickly taken by the Gorge. And out for a corner kick. And Gorge is putting a lot of pressure on the Peninsula defence now. Good cross. And a very, very nice goal. A beautifully headed goal. That's been the danger all along with those crosses from Gorge. They have two forwards who are extremely good in the air, and they got up well for that one to make it 4-3. Well, there's still lots of time for Peninsula to tie this up again. That's just too far, too long. And one doesn't like to be too partisan when commentating, but I really feel that Peninsula don't really deserve to be a goal down at this stage of this game. It's goals that count, but on the play they deserve to be still drawing, and there's still a good chance of it. Safranak, and comes away with throw-in. And Robbie Fisher coming back on. He's getting a little cold standing now. You can tell Winter's coming on. Again a chance. Left foot well wide of the post. And in the touch. Quickly taken. Bounced awkwardly, and that's going to go. Goalkeeper comes right out of there and puts it into touch. Looked as though it was going to go for a corner. Throw in the Peninsula. Safranak. Back to Brander. A little bit too fancy. Good ball through. Scott Warren should be coming out. Chance here for Gorge. Yes, not going to miss one of those. Scott Warren very slow to come out there. And that makes it 5-3, and that's in a way for Peninsula. That's a pity. They're really going to have to fight for the last 10 minutes or so here. I haven't got a watch, but I think about 10 minutes left to get 2 goals back. Well headed away. And another long ball through. Warren's out for that one. Good kick. Brander with it. Stays with it. And he still has it. Puts it through. But Safanak was running the wrong way. Ian Banfield with it. No, not a good pass, straight to the Gorge. Shaw Hayes loses it. And booted out by Jason White. Gorge making a substitute. And this has happened so often this season up there now with Peninsula, that they've been so close, and then towards the end, the last 10 minutes or so, they've lost it. It's happened a lot of times. Just rather looks as though they just tire a little bit towards the end. Of course, they do a lot of running. Fisher tried to keep it in there, but couldn't quite manage it. And a touch again. Peninsula ball. Header for Chris Martin, hit Gary Henry and into touch. And I don't think that's into play. Peninsula throw. No hesitation there. Nicely played by Gorge there. And it's Shaw Hayes with it. Some rather desperate looking tackling there by James. Saved the day there a little. Safranak still has it. Brander. And back. Not a good pass. Banfield too far. Gary Henry chasing it, but didn't have much chance of getting there. Brander fighting for that ball hard, manages to get it to Robbie Fisher. To Martin, to Robbie Fisher, backing up well, and across. Couldn't get a shot in. James with it, and that had a shot, but it deflected and straight to the goalkeeper. And that's just Shaw Hayes back there, does very well, Shaw Hayes there. Turned that ball well. Out to Fisher, through for Martin, couldn't get there. Up that right winger left all on his own, and a very nice goal from the right wing. And as far as Gorge is concerned, if anyone deserves a goal, that lad on the right wing certainly does. He's played a real good game. I must apologise as usual for not having the names of the opposing side, but that's just something I can't always get. So a game that was 3-all has now gone to 6-3, and one couldn't say that that reflected the play today. Chance here for Brander. Must have a chance, and they've scored, and a good goal for Warren Brander. He did a lot of work for it. 6-4. Oh, Peninsula not dead yet. It's nice to see the boys coming back like that, because they must be a little bit depressed after doing so much and then losing those 3 goals. So 6-4. Still a good game. And an excellent effort by Peninsula. And that's time. So that was a good finish for the Peninsula, scoring right on the final whistle, really, making it 6-4. An excellent game, most entertaining, very sportingly played by both teams, and all credit to the Gorge. So from Alexander Park, we'll say good afternoon with the game. Peninsula still looking for that win, but if you've been watching some of these games, I'm sure you'll agree that it's going to come, because they certainly deserve it. They've played very, very well against some tough teams, and certainly held their own as regards play. So I hope you've enjoyed the game. Derek James and Wayne Brander on a camera, wishing you a good afternoon from Alexander Park.